The Varanguard are the chosen of Archaon, the ever-chosen. They are his most elite warriors, each one mounted upon a demonic steed. They are all warlords in their own right, having led countless campaigns against the people of the mortal realms. Hello everybody, my name is Spoons Rattling, and today we are covering the Varanguard of the Slaves to Darkness of Age of Sigmar. The Varanguard are perhaps the single most elite infantry unit that the Slaves to Darkness have to offer, and their price certainly reflects that. They come in at 310 points for 3 of them, so 103 points per model, roughly, 103.3. In terms of stats, they have pretty standard cavalry stats with a high health stat. They move 10 inches, they have 5 health, 3+ save, and control 2. Fairly standard, though to note they have no command options, so you can't buff their command through a banner, and they also don't have musicians or champions. In terms of melee weapons, they all come standard with the Demon Forged Blades, which are 3 attacks that hit and wound on 3s, have Rend 2 and Damage 2, as well as +1 damage on the charge and crit mortals. This is a super good profile. Damage 3 on the charge, hitting and wounding on 3s, and with crit mortals, it really doesn't get better than that. The Steed's Tearing Fangs from their demonic horses have 3 attacks each. They hit on 3s and wound on 3s with Rend 1, Damage 1, and of course they are companions, so they can't be modified for the most part. This is also a very solid profile to help them deal with hordes, as well as just to make sure they don't get bogged down by anything, and if something just needs to be chomped to death after the Demon Forged Blades, the horses have a chance to do that. This is much better than the standard knights, as the horses hit more accurately and they have Rend. In terms of ability, it is a once per battle and any combat phase ability. This unit can use 2 fight abilities, however the unit has strike last after the first fight is used. This is apocalyptic, as we'll see with their damage output is truly demolishing. And being able to do it twice means I'm certain there's nothing in the game that can actually withstand a charge from these guys. If they survive the first round, they certainly won't survive the second round. And let's get into that with their best use. The Varanguard are an interesting upgrade over their underlings, as they always have Rend 2, and they of course have Damage 3, which is a huge boon, as well as the extra wound, which does help, though given the fact that each model is about twice as expensive, they aren't as tough as their underlings are. However, that's not necessarily a problem given their speed, as well as the fact that they are just so apocalyptically strong in melee. With only 3 of them, though, they will sometimes struggle to take down big targets, so I do recommend reinforcing them for a big 620-point unit, which is quite a large investment. However, I have done the calculations. They're, on average, bringing down Gargants, and even tougher things like Archaon doesn't have a chance against 6 of these guys. But that does come at an extra cost of a Chaos Lord on Demonic Mount, which is, of course, a totally fine 180-point investment to buff these guys with +1 to wound, making them wound on 2s, which is just a huge damage boon. In terms of Marks of Chaos, given the fact that each one only has 3 attacks, I think Khorne is by far the best, though I'd understand Slaanesh if you want them to get there quicker. However, with Khorne, they truly are just, they have the touch of death. It's to the point where I almost wonder how often they'll actually need to use their Fight Twice ability. I mean, characters like King Broad, as I mentioned, Archaon, Alariel, the Everqueen, none of them can withstand this. Even with their wards, on average, these guys are doing, 40-ish damage, or like 35 to 40 damage on average, or 36 it would be because of the multiples of 3. But even with their wards, they're not surviving this. The Rend is good, the damage is fantastic, and in a reinforced unit with Khorne, you're getting 24 attacks, which just spells the end for just about anything these guys get into combat with. They're pretty similar to their Chaos Knights in how simple they are to use. However, you do need to make sure that you get your value out of these guys given their high price tag. But that shouldn't be too hard to do, as if the enemy tries to kite them, they have a huge area of denial bubble. Like, there's no avoiding these guys. You can't toe into their area and expect not to die. They really are insanely powerful. They're completely peerless. One of the most powerful units in the game, I'd say. Anyways, I've been Spoons Rattling. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.